What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you how to make the interior for Hello Neighbor Alpha 4. As mentioned before, you do need the Act 3 interior for this. It builds directly off of it and is almost exactly the same. So this is not an insanely long... I mean, I guess the video length is fairly long, but it's not an insanely long tutorial overall. Each room is like 5 to 10 minutes if it's really complicated and there's a lot changing, but for the most part, they're usually just like 2 or 3 minutes of just, here's what needs to change, okay, now get out. But yeah, overall, again, not really bad. I'm gonna try to show as much as I can here. I know I'm gonna miss a few rooms, probably intentionally as well. But, yeah, with that being said, enjoy the tutorial. That's the main majority of, you can kind of get the feel for what's going on. Some rooms like this one don't change at all. And, yeah, that all being said, I will catch you on the flip side. Alright, so with the exception of the walls, because they're annoying, I expect this to be fairly easy. I did just take a peek through the first couple of rooms. Hold on, this is bothering me. Okay. And, you know, it seems like we're really just changing a few things. So we're really just gonna go inside. I'm not even gonna give you, like, a proper inventory set. We're just gonna go inside and start doing things. Alright, so first off, the yellow concrete here, or the yellow terracotta, excuse me, on the right, you want to make yellow concrete. Just a wall on the inside. I have it to here for some reason. I don't know why I have a row of yellow terracotta, but I have a row of yellow terracotta. So, yeah, and... again, this will be really informal for that reason, because we're just gonna kind of go around and say, oh yeah, that's not supposed to be like that, and fix it. So, yeah. The main thing are these walls at the back. Really, all of them are cyan concrete. Now, the area where the cyan is going to stop is, okay, we're ignoring the front wall. The front wall is going to stay exactly as it is. This corner is where the cyan will stop. This will stay light blue, this right wall here, but like this row is cyan, and everything left of this is also cyan. Depending on if you do slash fill or not, like you might have some of these inner walls already cyan, and you just have to deal with really this main wall here. And I am going to actually slash fill it. Because, yeah, along with the... or the, kitchen, whatever this thing's called, I forgot. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am, for the most part. I really hope I'm doing that right. I guess we'll find out. Like this. I am, in fact, crawling. That's good. Okay. And yeah, this wall does also need to be changed. I sincerely hope this isn't going to screw up the outside. Do keep in mind that if I'm slash filling like this, there's like a 20% chance I just decimate a wall from the outside. I don't think there's literally no... okay, well, the light blue is there, but other than that, there's really nothing to be worried about, so we're just gonna not worry. How's that one sound? Yeah, other than this, really, the walls don't change. You'll have a couple walls here that you might want to just touch up and make nether brick if they aren't. Under the stairs and that door, or that wall is light blue still. But, like, this corner here should probably be nether brick, and so should the train pathway thing. And you do want to make sure this item frame stays here. I know item frames don't like... I just forgot what I was saying. Don't like the block being broken behind them. Even though, the other thing is fine with it. Oh, that was visible from the outside. Well, that's supposed to be nether brick anyway, so that's fine. Nice. That, I think, should be all the walls on the first floor. So, the main area here does not change. The floor is also still warped. In the kitchen, you're gonna want to replace whatever it was. If you use structure voids, I'll just place barriers in here, kind of between the fences, and just place red carpet on them. Because that is probably what you want for the blocks. On the wall behind the entrance, you have a little bit of a cabinet. So if you get out acacia stairs and acacia trap doors, one block off the floor, you'll just place 2 acacia stairs moving up on the wall in the center. And you can, off either side of them, place acacia trap doors to open up against them. Nice. That is the kitchen done. There's not a ton going on there. Heading backwards, the flooring here is still brick, and I believe everything is the same as far as what we have or don't have. However, there's an addition. If you get out cyan concrete, smooth quartz slabs and a mangrove button, you will have in the front left-hand corner a cyan concrete with a smooth quartz slab on top, and then a mangrove button off the right. We'll keep heading along and into the bedroom. So, can I electrify rather than have to break it? Okay, yes I can. But just head through the door and make sure you replace this stair if you break it. Again, everything in here does appear to be the same, though. I'm gonna place my money on the bathroom also being the same, but we will just go through and do a quick peek. Yeah, everything's good here. This room, the one at the front, the, I guess, living room is what I would call it, with the TV and stuff. This one surely changed, right? Surely something had to have changed. Surely. Nope, nothing changed. Alrighty then. Yeah, moving on. Hallway, I'm assuming is also the same. Yup, that is all good. If we keep heading around, this portion is also the same. And if we keep heading around, this area should also be the same. Through the oak door here, I don't actually think there is anything in this room, is there? Nope, it's just empty. And obviously that stair is still there, but yeah, that's floor 1, unfortunately. I guess fortunately? Whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that is the first floor, and the lack of anything that there is. We'll do the elevator first, because the elevator is kind of annoying. So, just break down the door, and I guess place it back and head inside. Break all the ladders in here, because they're on the wrong side. They're on the left in this version. What? How? I'm confused. Whatever. And I'm also going to break the spruce up here, so I can kind of actually, you know, head all the way up. Now, for this, you should have a 2-block area here, which is all fine and dandy. The brick that you saw I flew past, if it is brick for you, you do want to make this dark oak. The reason it didn't change is because you can't see it anyway, and it's up against the walls, and I just didn't bother. But, yeah, there's another change we'll have to make, but I technically don't think it matters. Also, that one, like, a gap you saw I had where the ladder was, that will just be patched up with dark oak, because we don't need it. Leave the quartz pillar here as well as the gray terracotta. Well, the quartz pillar you can actually remove. It doesn't technically matter either way. And if you don't have that gray terracotta, it'll be yellow concrete, I think, or yellow terracotta. And you will want it to be gray or black. Is that black? It might be black, actually. Oh, it is gray. I was right. Okay. Should never question myself. Get out ladders, and at the back half on the left side, you'll just place ladders going all the way up. I'm going to do it this way because I'm scared to try to quick or speed place them, because ladders are one of those blocks that just doesn't work. And I'm gonna go all the way up until this room up here, which is the water room, actually. I'll replace the stripped dark oak here with dark oak planks and kind of extend it over to give you this area, and then I'll bring this ladder up just by 1 so it is all the way up. The floor in this particular portion is warped planks instead of the spruce that you have. And wall colors are a little bit janky here. These two should be dark oak except for that block, which is a yellow concrete, and then this wall should be entirely yellow concrete. So if you do have light blue terracotta up there, you want to get rid of it. The water room is entirely empty, and when I say entirely empty, I mean entirely. There's no ceiling either for some reason. So yeah. Well, okay. We'll end up having to add one back because there's actually a spruce ceiling, but it's just not the stone one. It's also higher. I think it's up against the warped. I don't know. I'm just gonna assume that it is. What? Am I... This stair isn't real. What? I just broke through the... Okay, am I, like, bad at this game, or am I just... Am I getting scammed? I feel like I just broke through more than one block. Whatever, it's not important. Anyway. Does that wall change? Ah, it doesn't even matter. You can't see it, so... And I will rip out the sponges and get rid of all the water. Because it is dry in here. It's a weird sentence. Anyway. I don't like the new sponge sound. It's not new, but like... was added recently enough. Then I gotta finish breaking the ceiling, and then I gotta fill in another one, and we gotta block that off, and then we can actually start working on the second floor. I know we're at like the top floor right now, but I got sidetracked. Nice. As mentioned, the ceiling is spruce planks. It is, what is it, 6 rows above the window? 4, 5, 6, oh, it's 7 above. So yeah, it should just be against the warped. 4, 5, 6, 7, yep, up against the warped. The 8th row up. And yeah. This is blocked off anyway, so you can't really get in, but... Nice. Honestly, I like this look better. More so because I hate that water room so much. Anyway, get out the following now. You can, I guess, clear your inventory and get out spruce stairs. Green terracotta. Mangrove stairs. Spruce slabs. And acacia planks along with warped planks. Yeah. So, starting off against the left wall here, if you're looking towards the opening, you're going to place 2 upside down spruce stairs extending over. Right of it, you'll place 2 upside down stairs facing into that. I'll bring these spruce stairs towards me another row, so there are 3 instead. Off the 2 spruce stairs on the right side closest to you, you'll place green terracotta to the right. Back one, you'll extend up by 1, and then either top green terracotta on those rows, you'll bring up diagonally left by 2. From the back row and kind of the inside here, I'll bring this green both down and left by 1 to give you this perfect 1-block hole. Right of this back right green, you'll place 2 mangrove stairs. And this row of yellow terracotta on the wall you can actually remove, so that the hole is just a little bit larger, and also it is the entire size of the room that we're in. Up diagonally back from the left mangrove stair, I'll place a spruce slab. And then I'll go kind of zigzag. I'll go up right, up left, and then up right again with spruce slabs like so. Left of this spruce slab, I'll place an acacia plank and extend it up by 1. The smooth quartz ceiling, I'll replace these slabs with warped planks. I don't know why I use slabs here, honestly. I guess because I would have been using them for the rest of the ceiling, so I was like, yeah, let's just keep it consistent. Or so the light shone through. Shine through? Shine through. I don't know. Anyway, we can head all the way back down, and in addition, I would recommend getting out levers and just make sure there's a lever above either door. Wee. Boink. And yeah, we can leave. Can I? Oh, that was a little bit glitchy. Can I run through, do you think? Okay, no. Can I flick it from here? Okay, that worked. Whatever. Anyway, heading upstairs. This is probably where... Well, actually, no. I'd be thinking of Alpha 3 when I say that. Never mind. Well, no. There's still a good amount of change. First thing you want to do is replace your warped plank floor with spruce planks. And try to leave the carpet and stuff. Except for... whatever reason... underneath the, like, red nether brick stairs here, you have a little 2x2 of warped planks you're keeping, along with 2 rows going back. I don't know why they're there, but I'm just going to slash fill it all and replace it, and then add that warp back. Because I feel like that's easier. Doink, doink, and then I gotta go back over here and replace this. The walls in this room should actually already have been, I think, entirely dealt with. Except for the red concrete wall, but that actually stays red concrete, sort of. Yeah, partially stays red concrete. As for the detailing or furniture in this room, nothing changes in the back portion. And on the other side, also nothing changes. Again, we do just have to kind of tamper with the walls a bit. So, I think I'll need quartz pillar and red terracotta. I feel like that's everything to fix this. The corner of the red concrete wall here is quartz pillar now. I'll make this one upward facing just for fun, unless it's visible, which it's not. And then on the opposite side, why is there nether brick there? Whatever. The row in line with the fencing, here you're going to make this quartz pillar, and then everything behind this is red terracotta instead of red concrete. Including that red nether brick or that regular nether brick I have for some reason. Why do I keep wanting to say red nether brick? It's not red. Anyway, yeah, that's all that changes in here. Heading further into the hallway, there's at least one thing that changes here, and I think... Okay, no, there's a couple. There's a couple. The first thing... Well, there's actually two things. I'll just hit you with both of them in quick succession. Paintings on the wall and the ceiling are the two things that change. This painting position, this first one, you're just going to go every other block behind it and place continual one-by-one paintings. And eventually you'll end up 2 blocks away from the door, and you want to end there. I'm going to make sure they're mostly different. Don't have to all be different. But you'll end up having, I guess, 2 blocks on either side, and it should be 6 paintings in total, and then the one back there, which makes 7. The walls should be as they are, nothing changes there, but as I mentioned, the smooth quartz slab ceiling will be replaced with upside down birch slabs instead. This is actually going quicker than I thought it was gonna, to be honest. I was like, yeah, no, I'll need multiple videos, but at the rate I'm going, it might be just one, because I thought more had changed, but apparently just, no, oh, okay. Apparently just nothing changed. Although I did make Alpha 4... Oh, that would have been almost 2 years ago at this point. Wow. It's impressive, actually. It would have been pretty much directly after Act 3 was finished. New one, I mean. Well, obviously. I feel like it would have been illogical the other way around. Anyway, you should end up with this. The little jump outside area that we already dealt with because we did that in the last part. We'll head into the... one of the rooms that actually changes a bunch, which is this room right here. You can, I guess you need that stair still. But the flooring here is warped planks, except when you do this, you want to make sure you don't go underneath the chains here. It's really just like the main square of the floor, if that makes any sense. That becomes warped. And again, I'm slash filling this. Almost there. Nice. As a matter of fact, with the exception of the light, just get rid of everything. Cyan wool included, gap not included in the ceiling, but like the table and stuff in the middle included. And that's, I guess, it. Just the table in the middle and the cyan wool on the ceiling. The area over here under the stairs, I kind of want to deal with this, because the only thing that actually changes is that the floor is warped instead of, or spruce instead of warped, I'm sorry. Flipping my colors around. If you want to also remove these spruce trap doors underneath because of that, you can, it's up to you. I'm not gonna, though. Walls appear to be the same, other than the light blue concrete full wall, which is this one, will be light blue terracotta now. And I'll just... I guess I'll break this slab. So I can actually fly all the... Okay, if I could fly properly. Is the lever still there? Surely it's still there. Right? Light... I can't spell. Almost there. Come on. There we go. Nice. The lever does still exist. That's always a good thing to confirm. You can clear your inventory and get out the following. Smooth quartz stairs. Smooth quartz blocks. Acacia planks. Warped door. White bed. Prismarine walls, and warp trap doors, and that should be everything. So up against the back wall where the 2 doors are, I guess that's what I'm considering the back at least, if you count to the right of this door by a block, the one that's actually in the floor, you're going to place 2 warp trap doors open on top of each other towards the right. To the right of them, you'll place just 2 acacia planks on the floor as placeholders, which you will place a white bed on, with the head of the bed on the opposite side from those trap doors. You'll break those planks and replace them with prismarine walls, and then you'll place the same 2 warp trap doors open up against the head of the bed, like so. From the right half of the bed, if you're highlighting this prismarine wall, you want to count forward by 4 and place a smooth quartz block. Place one to the right and place a set of smooth quartz stairs on top of that face away from each other. In addition, towards you from that smooth quartz, you'll place a set of stairs facing into each other. Right half of that, you'll count towards you by 2 and place 2 acacia planks on top of each other with a warped door to the left. And it should be facing towards the little chair here. From the plank again, you'll count forward by 2 and place a stair facing forward. Then towards you from that, a stair facing left, and then another stair facing back. From the back stair of those 3, you'll count left 3, back 1, stair facing back, and then behind that, stair facing forward. Left of it, a set of blocks, and then on top of those blocks, a set of stairs facing away from each other. Nice. That's this entire area done, although I do want to confirm that nothing changes here, which is correct, and the bathroom, I believe, is the same. The polished deep set you will probably have in the ceiling here, you will just remove and bring the smooth quartz subs along. In addition, this yellow terracotta wall is also yellow concrete, and I presume that would apply to that one as well, no? Yes, it would. So just a whole lot of filling. Also, I am realizing... Can I not do this? Is this not an option? Because it should put me high enough in... I guess we'll find out. I see that it's 0.9, and that makes me a little skeptical. Yeah, I can't. That's unfortunate. I'll just have to manually do this part. God, it breaks so fast when you're crawling. I don't know why. Anyway, in this room, the security room, I guess, the carpet and stuff is still here. There's a couple things we do have to change, though. One, this light blue... Actually, that doesn't need to be there anyway, so that's fine. This light blue concrete wall is now light blue terracotta. That's the first major change. Light blue concrete just doesn't exist in this map. I don't know why. Or in this house, I should say. Even though I made it, I guess I should know, but whatever. All of the furniture on this side of the room is gone, which is the chair that I accidentally broke earlier, this little bench, and then all the TVs and the desk and stuff. And yeah, I am dismantling Mr. Peterson's gaming setup. Unfortunate for him. It is replaced with something, though. It's, you get out dark oak stairs, and if you're walking towards that wall from the carpet, you'll count right by 2 and to the wall, and place a going right and set of upside down dark oak stairs facing into each other. That's really not even comparable to the prior gaming setup, but that's okay. So, that is that part done. Now, I want to go... It's kind of a weird way. You're going to have to trust the process, or don't. Oh, I thought I had mangrove. That's unfortunate. We're going to head up the little stairwell thingy here. So, I didn't really tamper with the walls. The only thing is this light blue terracotta is cyan concrete. Because it's the... Oh, that's going to be a fun one. Oh boy, I'm so ready for that. But, yeah, everything else is relatively the same. When you arrive in this room, the first thing we're going to do is replace the netherite floor with smooth quartz blocks. Which, yeah, okay, I'll just go to here. That's fine. Smooth quartz, replace netherite block. Yeah, I did not know what it was, to be honest. Some things have changed, but some also haven't, so we're gonna have to kind of just figure it out. I guess the first thing, walls. The light blue terracotta in the corner here is now cyan concrete. That's a thing. These 2 rows. Again, it's part of that room, which we're just kind of slowly putting everything together with that. The train station here is the same. This wall with the weird 1 strip of red is the same. Although, really, any yellow concrete that isn't that wall is going to become terracotta. So, why? Oh, because that's right. That's in line with another wall. But like all of this, pretty much, and I guess the stuff around the door would apply. When I say I guess, I mean it would, by the way. And I'll just go to here. Even though I'll be outside the walls, but that's fine. It'll actually make it easier to replace the hole, I guess. And then hardened clay rather than terracotta. For whatever reason. I don't know, I don't make the rules. Wish I did, because I would not make that the rules. I'll tell you that much for free. Anyway. Get rid of your whatever you have, and again, we're just gonna kind of periodically grab stuff and do whatever. Brown carpet and orange is our first goal. This mangrove stair into the train conductor station, whatever. Left of it, you'll have a brown carpet. Extend that brown towards you by 3. Then left 4. Then back 5. Right 4 and forward 1. And the space in the middle, you'll make orange carpet. Get out oak stairs. Dark oak trapdoors. Oak doors. Dark oak planks. Orange banner, I think. Unless there's already one there. No. And we'll go oak planks. Sure, that's fine for now. Well, I guess actually white wool as well. Starting off on this wall, this particular little chair with the iron door on the back, well, I guess you remove the iron door and actually place an oak stair in its place facing towards the entrance we came from. And then everything else you can just remove. Dark oak trapdoor open up against the left and right of that stair, and an oak door off the back. To the right, this little setup, the warped planks are getting replaced with dark oak planks, and the acacia door is getting replaced with an oak door. This side of the pillar, you have the closet. The yellow wool is now going to be white wool, and the red wool will be dark oak planks. Continuing around, this singular spruce plank is now an oak plank. This smooth court stair is an oak stair, and then above it you'll have an orange banner on the wall. And that should be this room done. Anything change with the conductor little room? Nope, that room appears to be exactly the same, which is good. We don't have to go in there, because I don't really feel like it. Heading up here, I think this should also stay the same. Yeah, that doesn't change, so we'll worry about getting there later. But you can head back around and... Where do you want to be? You want to be going up to, like, the... How do I explain it? If you head back, I guess, the first room of the second floor up the stairs, you'll go up the other set of stairs, which is this way. And we'll start going up here. That should be mangrove, I presume. The first thing is actually not the floor. Well, the floor wants to be warped planks instead of mangrove, which is always fun. I love having to replace my floor. If I could describe this, I think transformation in one word, it would be floor. And I think at this point, I'm not even going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to do straight warp planks. Nice. The stairs. Oh boy. Stone stairs and polished deep slate stairs. And if you start from the bottom left one, you're going to replace the acacia stair with a stone stair. Make sure they keep the same, or facing the same direction as they were before. But every other stair is basically going to be a checkerboard pattern. So off either side of this, the 2 stairs will be polished deep slate. Off those, you'll place stone stairs again, and then this top right should be polished deep slate. Anything other than the carpet? This wall can be fully terracotta, this front wall. That would be important, probably. That exists? Really? Okay, Is it supposed to exist? Well, it's there, whatever. I'll maybe remember. Speaking of the floor, red carpet. I don't know how I was speaking of the floor. You'll take the left cyan banner, and just behind it, you'll place 2 red carpet. Extend either left a row, and then take the back left red, and extend it off either or in each direction by 1. Continuing up, if you have any mangrove here, you want to replace it with warped again. And you want to do the same for the rest of the flooring in, I believe, this entire portion, which... I guess the only other thing that really implies is any room that is connecting to these, so this will, I guess, just be a little bit of a second of doing this, but, like, I don't know if I need stairs. Oh, no, I do. There's stairs here. But, like, these pathways are now warped, and so are all of the rooms off of here. So, yeah, I guess I'll leave this in. I don't really know how long this is, actually. I have just come to that realization. I don't know the video length, but it's fine. It's all going to be one part, because why would I not at this point? I mean, we're like maybe 30 minutes in, and we're definitely halfway done. At least, maybe half. Approximately. That's all that counts, right? Doesn't have to be perfect. It'll still be shorter than the exterior. Probably. Unless something goes horrendously wrong within the final couple areas, but I don't really foresee that happening just yet, so... can I do a slash fill here? That wouldn't be particularly useful, but I could. That does not save me enough time for it to be warranted, I think. So I'm just gonna suck it up, at least on this portion. Rooms themselves, okay, I'm trapped now. Rooms like below or off the sides I might end up slash filling because it's a set of like 4 here, yeah. So, okay. Just gotta crawl under here. Okay, that, you know, I kind of wanted that. Sure, I will fill, I guess, slash fill this. I sure hope there's no other room that is in the general vicinity of this that needs a spruce floor. And, or has a spruce floor and still needs it. Because it's gonna be gone. Spruce. I think I need to do slabs as well. Yup. Sick. Spruce slab. What are you? You're double slab, aren't you? That's why you're mad at me. Okay, well the doors can get decimated. I don't care. That's just fine. And yeah, I guess I'll be back once I finish all of these floors. Nice. That is all of those rooms done for now. Is there a room? No, this isn't a room. Although I might have accidentally replaced all... Oh, no, never mind. That is a room. I'm thinking of this level that isn't a room. And that was replaced. I'll worry about that later, honestly. Or I won't worry about it at all. That's also an option. The fences up to the top are going to be all birch instead of acacia. Where it ends up stopping is literally just where the top row is. So, like, here, this is birch, and then all this would still be acacia. You could also go pale oak, because, you know, funny white fence exists now, but that didn't exist when I made this, because as I mentioned, this was probably 2 years ago. That is crazy to think about, like, with that, just in that sense, how old this build actually is. Like, oh my god. Anyway, yeah. Lower area here is fine. I do probably want to talk about this room. That would be smart if I could get in. This one right here, which you could also just go around and get inside. I don't think anything changed. It appears to all be the same. Yes, the only thing is this painting isn't real, but that was probably a mistake on my part. And also the yellow concrete here is now yellow terracotta. Because consistency in walls is cool or something, I don't know. Which includes this wall as well. So let me not break everything, even though I just did. It's not a tutorial without me breaking something. What? What do you mean? That's not... What did you even replace? And how did you replace it? That's what I want to know. Okay, sure, whatever. Let me try that one again. Please, work this time. Oh, it's because I inverted it. Haha, that's funny. Yeah, I should have done it that way. There we go. I tried to replace the terracotta with concrete. I'm so smart. Anyway. Nice, yeah, that's that part done. The floor outside, if you did mess it up, is just entirely mangrove. I'm not going to worry about fixing it because whatever, there's nothing actually out there that is important. Speaking of out there and being important, through this door is nothing. Anticlimactic, I know. The terracotta on this wall, though, does actually get pulled through the rest of this little yellow concrete wall. Nice. That beehive is still there and all by its lonesome. Everything else I think up top is the same, although if you ended up having what I had happen with the doors here, just throw them back. It's off of the back of this stair here and then off the side like that. And I think that is everything. I don't think anything else needs to be changed. Yeah. The Okay, well, I still have a spruce plank under this door. That's definitely not required, but yeah, this doesn't change either. I think the carpet is gone, though. Yeah, you can just kind of remove this red carpet from here. Yeah, it's just 2 blocks, so. Heading into the next room over, well, not over, but this one here at the back, there is legitimately nothing in this room other than the gate at the top to head into the next room. And that's still there, but all of the, like, broken furniture and stuff is gone. I guess it proves the fact they didn't know what they wanted to add in here either, and they just went, yeah, broken furniture, sure, works. Next room, fairly similar story. Gate doesn't exist, and this pipe still does, but yeah, everything else is gone. There's a different change we have to make here, though. Is that mangrove trapdoor hiding? Nope, it just doesn't exist. Over top of the birch door, you do want a white concrete instead of this red, and it'll be brought left and right by 1. I think that's just a gate in a different light. I'm not really sure. Heading through the door here, you actually want to board the door off from this side with a mangrove stair. And really because of that, not much changes. Like, this trapdoor is gone, all the red carpet is gone. But other than that, there's really 2 things that get added, which are you need acacia stairs for, acacia planks, and I think it was a warped door, yeah. Off of the, not quite the corner of this wall, but towards the doorway block, you'll just place 2 acacia planks extending up with a warped door off the front of it. It's right there. Off the backside here with the 2 windows, off of the left window, off, I guess, the bottom row, you'll place an upside-down acacia stair facing right. Right of it, an upside-down stair facing left, and then below that, a set of acacia stairs facing into each other. Cool. Heading through this birch door, again, this chain is still there, the shelves are still there, and I actually think everything is still here. Except for the orange carpet is gone around the composters. You can head through this birch door here, and none of this... Oh, no, the gate actually isn't there, and neither is the mangrove trapdoor. I thought it was for some reason. Should be there, though, according to my calculations. Yeah, I should not have brought... Although, I guess it was the top fence, so it doesn't really matter. Or one of the upper fences. Okay, this absolutely mess that is the walls in this room right now, you want to just make all of the light blue terracotta cyan concrete. That's my advice. And I will do this efficiently. Also, the floor should be warped. It should probably already be warped, but I don't remember, so I am just giving you that information in case it is, in fact, is not. What? Okay, I just didn't type the right button on my keyboard. I guess again, amateur move. It's fine, though. 254 blocks. That's kind of a lot. Oh, that looks so much better. The little ladder below the window, along with the... Basically anything that's, like, directly connected to this, you're gonna break. Ladders, planks, this beehive, and yeah. Everything else should be the same. Including the floating fence, or shelf, rather, not fence. This room here, where the globe is in Act 3... Yeah, we're entirely decimating this practically. The floor, if you have anything in it, is just going to be entirely warped slabs. Actually, I guess... Yeah, start by just literally removing everything. Just get it all out of here and fix up the spruce stairs to be where you need them. I don't know how many you would necessarily need to add. Okay, I know there's one here for sure. And presumably here, yup. Here, and obviously leave the hole still there because that exists even in Alpha 3, but nice. Fresh start. You do need some composters again, and beehive and white carpet. Some of it might be in the same spot, but it's fine. I would have rather started with a clean slate anyway. To start off from the left side of the door frame, you want to count out by 2 and left by 1, and you'll have a composter. Here, you're breaking them into the floor every time. From the right side of the door frame, you'll count out to the second sub again and count right by 3, and you'll have a composter here. Back 2, left 1 from that composter again. And then from that one, you'll count back by 6, And you'll place a beehive with a white carpet on top. Count left of that by 2 and place 2 beehives extending up. Then forward diagonally left, you'll have a row of 3. Left of that row of 3, another row of 3. In front of that row of 3, a row of 2, or excuse me, this would be a row of 2 as well. So you have a row of 2 left of it and in front of it. And then right of that front row of 2, you'll have another row of 2. It should look like this. Head up through this oak door here and get through it first off. And then you want to head into the next room over. And this room should be the same. This little 3x2. It's not a huge room, but it is the same, in fact. And the next room has a missing block. That's always splendid. But yeah, you're kind of good here until the brown carpet, which is still there for whatever reason. And yeah, head into the... whatever this room is, the little potted plant room. And as far as I'm aware, this room doesn't change either. Just kind of confirming that everything should be like this. Yeah, this is the same. The only thing, I guess, is the walls. So, okay, the front wall you can technically do whatever you want with. I have it half and half, so I have it split, what is it, here? Is where the terracotta is. So to the right of the door, I have 6 rows of red concrete, and then the terracotta begins. Again, because the wall's double layered, it technically triple layered? Triple layered. It doesn't really matter what you do. But S is, I just ended up making it terracotta. Can I reach you, please? Pretty please? Thanks. Not ideal, but... okay, I am being bullied. Opposite wall here, you'll be 1 block behind the little gate opening doorway, I guess gateway. And this will all be terracotta. Wow, that red is really visible. That's insane. How did I not pick that up? Whatever. Anyway, you can leave this room to the open window, and we're actually just going to head up a floor to the balconies here. So the room between the two, which is this one, is the other one open? The other one would be open, of course. Why wouldn't I pick the open one? But this room should stay exactly the same. Anyway, so you don't even need to enter it. I'll just keep staring at it blankly. Until I'm ready. There we go. Next room over, this one is, I think, also exactly the same. Yes. Yeah. Nothing changes here. Including walls, which is honestly nice and refreshing to not have to change a wall for once. Again, you might have a difference, so... oh my god, that is horrendous. Head to the next room over, and look at the walls there and say, yup, that's alright, and move on with your life. And everything in here is also the same. That one's pretty rough, I'm not gonna lie. You will head forward through this door here, and... you got a lot going on here, so you're gonna have to kind of take it in and be like, yup, nope, that's all good, and head to the water room. So... you should have a door here, which is an iron door. You probably won't because of all the floor breaking, but yeah, just place an iron door and head through. And this room, like over here, I don't actually have a door here. You know, I feel like there should be one, but I don't have anything. It's kind of just, the water's just flowing. I don't know. So, yeah, that's, I guess, a thing. But everything else is the same. Other than the fact there is just no door. Actually, no, it is no door, I think, in the game. But I think it's blocked off from something. I'm not sure. Anyway, there's actually a few things you do need to do here. You can get out crimson planks and acacia stairs, I think. And if you head to the opposite side, just so you actually are on the side you need to be on, from the... if you're looking towards the... it would actually be towards the back of the build. You'll take the front half of the little bunk bed thing here and place some crimson planks to the left. Forward diagonally left of the bottom one, you'll place an acacia stair facing left, and left of it, or yeah, left of it an acacia stair facing right. On top of that, a set of upside down acacia stairs also facing into each other. These beehives are all the same, and so is everything here. Next room, the floor should be dark oak planks as opposed to mangrove planks. I should not start from that corner, actually. I should go from here. And then I'll go to here. Actually, I don't need to go down the block. Dark oak planks replace mangrove planks. Nice. And the walls in here don't actually change at all. The only other thing we do need to do is a couple things on the front wall that change. So if you get out acacia plants, not acacia planks, cyan banners, lightning rods, and flower pots. If you start from the doorway, you will count to the second dark oak plank out, and then count right by 2. Let's say lightning rod with a flower pot on top, gap of 1 going right, same thing. You'll then go forward diagonally, right and place an acacia plank with another to the right, and cyan banners off the back. And that's pretty much this room done. The only other thing is the acacia planks and red carpet here, where the little puzzle is with the picture and everything are just gone. And yeah, the walls are a living nightmare, but we can't really do anything about those, so we kind of have to just leave it and shrug our shoulders and say whatever. So you can head outside, and I feel like that's everything other than the train stations, right? Let me just kind of do a mental note and see. Yeah, that should just be the train station areas. All 3 of them, unfortunately. We can head into the cyan concrete one first, because this one should be, I think, the easiest of the 3. And we can note that most of everything is kind of here. If we look to the right side here, this carpet, you have a warp plank in the middle of it, you'll just place an orange carpet over instead of it. The little 3-block warped couch here, you're breaking and bringing this brown carpet forward by 1. The shelves on this wall, or on like the walls here, along with the upside down chair and the acacia planks here, are all gone. That thing stays. The chairs on either side of the carpet stay. Oh, there wasn't even one on the back anyway, never mind. And the dark oak fence stays. You can get out birch stairs, dark oak trapdoors, and birch doors. I would recommend actually using birch because obviously there were white versions here and I didn't use them, but replace the smooth cord stair in this chair with a birch stair along with the iron door with a birch door. You'll twist it to the opposite side of the carpet and place the same chair facing forward. So birch stair facing forward, dark oak trapdoor opened off the sides of it, and a birch door behind it. The left side of the room, you're just removing everything, legitimately, other than the, obviously, well, actually, the door is gone. There is no door. That's fun. And the, this thing is here still, the little, I guess, station sign. On the left wall, you're going to leave the first 3 rows open, and on the 4th one, you'll have a 1x2 painting here. That is all the decorations. You can clear your inventory, and you want to replace the stone slab ceiling with dark oak planks. Now, there is one thing when you do this. It's on the right side. The rightmost 2 rows won't exist. So, basically, when you do this, I'll just show you this side, and I'll probably just doing slash fill for the rest as per usual. But, like, the right 2 rows, there's no dark oak. So it'll look like this, basically. That warp you see, you will want to bring across. If you have any white concrete here from Act 3, it would be, you can remove it. But basically, you want a row of cyan concrete on top of the dark oak, where there isn't already something. So basically, just on the underside of the roof. You want this little gap here on both sides. I know it's not ideal, but that is how it do be, so. But yeah, every other stone slab is now going to become a dark oak plank. Surely I'll not do this one incorrectly, right? I also gotta make sure I don't go too low, because then it's gonna replace the slabs on the sign, and I don't want to do that. Stone slab? It's normal stone slab, right, I knew that. I love how this game is like, yep, nope, those are different things. Instead of changing, or instead of just saying stone. Actually, I think smooth stone is the one that says stone, but like, why didn't you change that? I don't get it. Either way, that's this one done. The room here that is boarded off, I don't believe it's accessible from anything, so I do not believe it has changed. Yeah, it has not changed. I don't know why it's inaccessible. I don't know why anything is like anything, to be honest. We'll start with the actually front of the magnet room, which is the yellow terracotta, which I guess isn't a train station, but I classified it as one apparently. Again, this isn't accessible in the game, as far as I'm aware. I don't think there's a way to actually get to it, but I do have it the same. I feel like it's just empty in Alpha 4, but I know definitely the Easter egg isn't there. So, yeah. Anyway, you can then head into the real train station itself, this yellow concrete one. And the first thing you want to do is replace the entire floor with dark oak planks. The reason I specify that is because the cobble deep slate slabs and block in the middle here are also going to want to be transformed into dark oak planks. It's flat, entirely flat, so that is why. So I'm going to do dark oak planks, replace spruce underscore planks, and then I'll do replace cobbled underscore, that's not an underscore, cobbled deep slate, and then I'll do cobbled deep slate slab. And you see it's just entirely flat. Nice. You can remove everything on the right side. Leave the left alone for a sec. There is some stuff we have to remove, but there's more actually there that we have than on the other side. On the left, you're leaving the acacia planks at the front, and obviously the acacia fence around the staircase, but everything else you are removing. Except for the iron door that does need to be there. You can get out red carpet, smooth sandstone slabs, yellow concrete, item frame, clock, birch button, and I guess yellow terracotta as well? Yeah. So either side of the railway here, you want to basically, I guess off the sides of the train station doors, the first row, you'll just place red carpet connecting them across like so. That's how the train track is marked. Don't ask me questions, because I don't have answers. To the... Well, I guess we'll start with the wall here on the left. So, you have the opening here. You want to basically replace the Lipu terracotta on either side of it with yellow terracotta. You're going 2 rows back with this yellow terracotta. Or what did I just open? What? Huh? Whatever. I think, was it you? Well, whatever. Too bad. I'll figure it out. But everything behind those, that back, I guess, row, these rows of Lipu terracotta are yellow concrete instead. And I'd also probably recommend carrying it through and getting all of the yellow, or the Lipu terracotta here on the inside. Just because. Remove all of your smooth quartz slabs, which are your ceiling, and I guess your floor in this room, but too bad. I think I have to clear that room anyway, right? There's nothing up there? Yeah, there's nothing up there, so just kind of remove whatever is here. That's interesting. I find it so weird how candles can float. Oh, it's just like, I don't know, I don't want to say it bothers me, but it's so weird to see sometimes. Anyway, almost there. Honestly, kind of surprised how quick this was. Like, I was expecting this to be like a multi-part thing, but no. I will take it. I'd recommend getting out dark oak planks, by the way, but the left side of the ceiling you're filling in with smooth sandstone slabs at the row just above the, I guess, train doors and the little hole here to enter the magnet room. When you bring these to the right, though, you have this row of yellow concrete, which you'll want to bring down a row, which will, you know, just kind of essentially cut off the smooth sandstone slabs. And it will leave the right side open for now, that's fine, we'll worry about that in a second, but it's not smooth sandstone slabs that fills that in, I'll tell you that much for free. But I can't tell you what, even though that doesn't matter. I'm still not gonna, because it's funny, but, you know. We'll get there in a sec, as in, like, right now. Nice. As for this area, it should be the 4th row of yellow concrete up on this wall. You'll fill in the, like, I guess, ceiling here and with dark oak planks. Alternatively, it's the top row before the walls don't exist up there, I guess, for lack of anything better to say. Nice. Above the iron door, you want to place an item frame with a clock on it. These oak slabs should not be here. I don't know why I still have them. Right of the top half of the door, you want a birch button. Clear your inventory and get out the following. Cyan concrete, that is not cyan. There we go. Mangrove buttons. Levers. Smooth quartz slabs. Beehives. Mangrove stairs. Mangrove door, and mangrove sign. That should be everything we need to finish the room as far as I'm aware. Yeah. So starting from the front right-hand corner, you want to count left 2 and back 1 and place a mangrove stair facing back. Off the front of it, you'll place a mangrove door like so, and off the sides of it, you'll place mangrove signs. That is not the side. There we go. To the left of this, and just right of the red carpet, you'll have 2 beehives extending out from the wall. Left side, where you have the fencing around the staircase, you'll count to the 3rd one back and place 2 cyan concrete extending back. Off the back one, you're doing 3 things. Right of it, a mangrove button. Behind it, a lever, and on top of it, a smooth quartz slab. Each are placed off of it, I guess. Can I... Hold on, this door's open and it's bothering me. I got trapped inside of it because I tried to close it. That's not very nice. Anyway, a couple more things to do here. Okay, this part is weird. So I'd say trust my process, but don't. Head downstairs and everything, except for the staircase and floor, obviously. Legitimately everything you're breaking. The smooth quartz slab ceiling included. Hence why I specified the floor. And the staircase. And walls, I guess? Don't break the walls. Although if you start breaking the walls, I'm gonna have some questions. Although I feel like I would, I guess. That's like one of those things, there was one year where we did an assignment in a class, and it was like, you had to basically write instructions for someone, and the teacher who was doing it would, like, take our instructions and take them so literally to where, like, it was making a paper airplane, I think, or something, and it took it so literally, so, like, basically, you couldn't get it right, I guess. I mean, you had to be really specific. And it was important to something. I don't remember what, though, at this point. Anyway, you can get out the following for the next step. Stone stairs. Polished deep slate stairs. Stone blocks. Can you guess what's next? That's right. Pink concrete. No, polished deep slate. I have to make the joke every time or something like that. And mangrove steps. Same thing for the staircase here that we did before. It's the every other... Stair is a different block. So I'll start with the left here, and I'll just do polished deep slate stairs on every other, and then I'll do the other ones as stone again. Make sure the direction stays the same that the stair is facing, but I sure do love untextured walls. Nice. The underside of the staircase, you're gonna have to do your best to match it. I'm gonna start from the bottom here, and like I'm just gonna actually break the row, and I'll start from this polished deep slate and go back with a stone. Polished deep slate, stone, polished deep slate, etc. It won't be perfect because of the fact that you have essentially diagonally, you're trying to have the pattern. I don't want to explain that. The pattern is going like the blocks are touching diagonally, but because here on the side of the staircase you have the diagonal to make the stairs different from this angle, it just doesn't line up. So do your best. You'll have some extra stone, I believe it will be. Yeah, like that. Which, it is what it is. You can't really do much. On the ceiling of this room, the opposite side from the staircase, you're going to leave a row open and place an upside-down mangrove slab on the ceiling. Counting right by 4, you'll place another upside-down mangrove slab, and you'll bring both these along the entire thing. They are, if you trace them up, you'll notice they're actually in line with the red carpet, so I guess I'll show you by doing this. If you see my z-coordinate there is 10,288. If I follow it down, you see it's also 10,288. So, you know. Anyway, final area, I think, unless I'm missing something. Head through the beehives. I'm just gonna electrify my way in because I find that easier. And then I can discover which trapdoors I accidentally flipped that should not. Oh, it was both, actually. That's interesting. Anyway, you never guess what you're gonna do with this room. That's right, remove everything. The only thing that doesn't change, well, that does change, actually, is I want to talk about the beehive specifically. If you're looking from the opening, essentially, the row directly up against the opening is still there, along with one row back on the right. So basically, every singular tall beehive is gone except for the front right one here. And yeah, everything else in this room, ceiling included, are gonna get exterminated. So I guess I'll never know which. I think it was just both against the wall, though, yeah. At least I'm gonna make that assumption, because if I'm wrong there, then boo-hoo. Does the door change? I don't know why I feel like checking that, but no, it doesn't. And I guess any walls where you have, like, this, a little, like, coin slot, just get rid of it. I can't find the coin slot. Here it is. Or whatever the horse noise makes. I'm not even gonna try to make a horse noise right now. Can't be bothered. I don't feel like unleashing my inner horse, whatever the hell that means. I don't really want to know what it means. I mean, I'm sure there's some obvious implications there, but whatever. I'm not a horse, I swear. I mean, I might be. Get out warp planks and warp slabs. And what you can do now is from the door, you want to count up to the 6th yellow terracotta above it. And place a warped plank. This is a regular old slab roof, so right of it an upside down warp slab. From that up diagonally, right with a plank. Right with an upside down slab, etc., etc. And you should, I think... Do you perfectly line up? No, you're a block under it, of course, which is just how it do be. But yeah, and you want to bring this all the way along this room, which I guess is technically side to side. I'm going to ignore the fact that this roof doesn't actually make sense being here and just pretend like it's normal and that it makes complete sense, because this is not where the peak or the slant of this roof is, and this is also not the incline of the roof, although that might have just been me doing weird things. I don't know. I think actually that probably would have been me doing weird things to get the sizing of the room to work, but I don't know. I guess I complain about full games laggy or like glitchiness a lot, or bugginess. You know, I guess it could also definitely be a lot worse. Anyway, heading into the next room, you have a lot to deal with here. So, the ceiling, before we even do anything, the ceiling is a block above the windows and it's upside down warp slabs. Whatever you have in your way, you can just break. That's fine. Walls included. Generally, the walls will go through these slabs, not here. The only thing I want to point out is the magnet itself. You're going to have essentially, well, I'll show you when I get there. But you want upside down polished deep slabs just around that black concrete in a square. So you see on this row, I'll go 1, 2, 3, and I'm just making a 3x3 square. And then everything else is fairly normal and average. And yeah. I don't really think anything else in this room changes, to be honest. I'm like pretty sure this is all there is. Although I might end up changing the walls there on the furnace. I think they're different. What is over here? Oh, it's stone brick walls. Yep. Don't ask how I remembered that. I'm not looking at that on my other account. I just remembered it's there. I don't even think it is there in Alpha 4, actually. Is it? Oh, no, it is. Okay, so, fun story. The stone brick walls actually do go through the warped. You just want to make sure that the block above is a warp plank so it doesn't keep going. But the polished blackstone walls here are a little bit different. Basically, what you have, you're going to want to break the end 2 ones. So, like, you know, the direction this is going, this is the end one, so you're breaking that one along with the next one. And you should end up with this. It almost looks like a curly fry, a little bit. Maybe I'm just hungry for curly fries, but either way, it looks like a curly fry. Oh, good news. There's another thing I actually kind of should point out is wrong. The 3 rows closest to the back of the magnet room, which would be this side, you want to actually break the warp slabs again. And you want to do the diagonal roof going up. So you have a row of warp planks up diagonally back, and then upside down warp slabs behind that, and then planks in place of the smooth quartz above that. Apologies, I got that wrong. I should have anticipated that being there because of the other slant, but oh well, I guess. I was too focused on anything else. So yeah, it should look like that. And I believe once you have done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is Hello Neighbor Alpha 4 interior complete. There you go, you got your build, guys. Honestly was, like, not as bad as I thought, interior-wise. Yeah, that was pretty easy overall. I mean, obviously not, like, easy, but it is really just a lot of changing colors and hoping and praying. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.